Hello guys, my name is Tyler and this is another episode of Everyday EDC. Let's get going here. Today we have Quest for King Civivi round number 5. And we have the Backlash versus the Aquila or Aquila or whatever the frick that name is. Let's give another spectator here. So, what I am doing here is obviously everybody knows the Backlash is my favorite knife. And it's the favorite knife of all the civivi knives watching around too, so we got a crowd watching us today. That's with all the extra knives laying around there. So, without further ado, Quest for King Civivi is about to begin in 5, 4, not really counting out. So, some of you may think that this is a direct win for my Backlash, and I think we're going to be surprised. I try to go off of this as objectively as possible, so it's not always a for sure win for what my favorite knife is, as we've seen with my civivi Doros. So today, the aesthetics. This is a hands down win for me. The aesthetics go to the Backlash. I'm not going to beat around the bush with this. It's everybody knows the Backlash is a classy looking knife. It looks great, and I think the civivi Aquila or Aquila or whatever, I thought it looked kind of dumb out of the box. It grows on you, but the Backlash never had to grow on me. The only thing that ticked me off is when I got it, it could tell that it was used, and I had to freaking put another edge on it, even though Blade HQ sent it to me as used or new or whatever. So moving on from that, I'm not even going to spend time on the aesthetics. To me, it's a clear win for the Backlash. And we're just going to move on. I'm not going to go over that. I don't need to explain why. I think that it's very blatant as to why. So going on to the ergos. This one is tough because this, you have everything you need. The meteor hand, everything. Everybody knows the Backlash. Well, I will say the Backlash takes a little bit of an edge is right here. I can put my finger wherever right here. But that being said, this bottom part feels so much better on the Aquila or Aquila or the civivi. Ergonomics, I don't really want to make a call because I think they both have things that nullify them in either way. And there's no hot spots on either one of these knives. I can feel the pocket clip there. I can feel the pocket clip definitely here. Actually, this pocket clip's more of a hot spot than the other one because of that bill that's on there. I have to give this a tie for ergonomics. If not, give it to the Aquila. Okay, the civivi, whatever. And actually, what we'll do is I will give this to the Aquila because that pocket clip, as I was just picking it up right there, did it for me. They're almost the exact same. This one, you get more grip down here with the way this is angled, even though it looks stupid. Up here, you get a better choice, but you can feel the pocket clip more on the Backlash than you can the civivi. So going into quality feel, this one, I'm going to give to the Backlash, and I'm just going to jump right into it. The Backlash, but then again, I have the ebony scales on this. I haven't even felt the Backlash in G10, and that's almost an unfair comparison, but it's only a $2 difference, so I don't know that makes a huge difference. I don't think the price should really, $2 shouldn't determine a quality feel more. The only reason is when I pick this up and I start flipping this, I can feel the vibrations through the knife. And I gotten used to it to where I don't really even notice it anymore. And maybe it was just it out of the box. But this, I mean, I don't know. This is more solid. It's got a more solid ting to it. Now, again, that's a subjective category due to the fact that they're both civivis. It is what it is type of situation, right? Going into fidget factor. Fidget factor. Once again, this is a pretty simple one because you have way more opening possibilities on the civivi than you do here. Not to mention, the Backlash, I have noticed the flipper tab is just angled in the right spot to like catch my finger each and every time when I'm doing this, to the point where it does feel like it's like chipping away at your skin. This one, you have a similar feel, but I guess the difference is I can do this with it, right? I don't have to use that flipper tab. So the fidget factor is going to go to the civivi A. And if you're keeping score right now, that's why I said this might be surprising, because the Backlash and the civivi Aquila are the exact same score right now. They're 2 for 2, or 2-2, and it's just it surprised the hell out of me. This is kind of why I wanted to give my Backlash a bye in the first round, but because Shane suggested the Aquila, and here we are, and I had to bring it in the mix, so I put it up against the Backlash, and now I'm regretting that a little bit. But let's move it on. Moving on, the carry. So going over the carry on this, the only real difference in carry here is you got a deep carry pocket clip on the Backlash. The civivi A is a longer knife, and it's got, well, it's almost not that much longer because you got this stupid little butt that rounds out, but I hate that thing. And it's wider. The knife itself holds a higher profile and a longer profile, so the carry itself has got to go to the Backlash. It's due to the deep carry pocket clip, due to just the kind of like weird shape of this. It's not that it's a bad carry. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the Backlash has a pretty damn good carry. So we're going to go into that. Now, I'm going to jump into my Pro Elia TX050 contest. What we're going to do is I'm going to flip this knife, and you guys follow the format that I laid out for you. Your hint for the day is this is one of my 3 CRJB knives. So if you guys know the knives that I currently have on hand, you know that I am probably moving to my CRJB reviews after this, even though Tucson and Best Tech are really calling my name. I want to check those out so bad. But I think I've already started the CRJB lineup, so I'm going to go and knock that out and go through those knives first. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get any of the Best Techs or the other ones, but I do have to use the money that I'm selling these knives for to get the CRJB lineup, and then I'll sell those and kind of keep going. But here's your knife without further ado. Look, guys, I know this contest is kind of dumb, right? I know that listening to a knife flipping and knowing what that knife is offhand, with the exception of a few knives out there, you know, is difficult, if not near impossible, in a complete guessing game. That's why I'm giving hints with it. It's for basically a $100 knife, so I don't really care how dumb it is. I'm giving a knife away at the end of it, so, you know, if you don't know about that, go back and watch a couple of my videos, and there's still time to input your comments. There's only a couple points on the board for a couple guys, so we're playing up to 3. First person to get 3 right with the correct format, I have to emphasize the correct format, will win the Pro Elia TX050. Moving on to the contest again. We already got through carry blade shape. So this is also difficult. If you watch my review of the civivi A, these are the exact same blade shape with the exception of this stupid little filler hole here, but that filler hole allows you to have an awesome fidget factor, so it's kind of like they're the same exact blade, but they're not. The civivi A actually takes the cake because it is a VG10 over the 9CR18 MOV. Now, that's not going into value. I'm not trying to compare the values of the two. What I am comparing, though, is the blades right now. And because they are the exact same blade, the better steel is going to take the cake. And because it's a VG10 steel, I have to give that to the civivi A. And where does that leave us? If you guys are keeping score, this is tied. Right now, these 2 knives are tied, which I never would have thought for my Backlash. I could have seen my Backlash going all the way, but this kind of frustrates the living shit out of me. And this next one isn't any easier. The last category that you have to grade these on is value. What are you getting out of your knives? Now, one could argue that value is a $5 box cutter, blah, 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 but that's not what we're talking about here. I think the Backlash is coming in at around $48, and the ebony scales are coming in at about $55. So this was about a $55 knife. This is a $62 to $68 knife. Now, what's the difference? I'm getting ebony scales instead of G10, so that would make up $5, let's say. Let's say there's a $20 difference between these two. What am I getting? A more fidget-friendly knife for an extra 20 bucks and a better steel for extra 20 bucks. Hey, right? Guys, I don't have this written down. I'm kind of going through this as I'm thinking about it, and it's difficult. Is $20 worth the VG10? Is $20 worth the fidget factor? And the answer is that's kind of a subjective thing, right? And I hate turning it back to subjective twice or three times in one video, but these are so similar of a knife that it's you have to. So what are you getting? I'm getting this titanium pocket clip, I'm getting a more fidget-friendly knife, and I'm getting a VG10 blade versus a very standard, classy-looking knife that is extremely functional. You know, they're both functional. What I'm getting at, guys, is I think the Aquila takes it. I think the VG10 wins over the 9CR 18 MOV for the $20 that you're spending, plus the fidget factor. Now, let's be honest. Most of us probably fidget with our knives more than we actually use them. With the exception of the guys that take these onto the shop floor, take them onto the production floor, and they'll run out there and they'll use them nonstop. But I'm not one of those guys, and I know a couple of you aren't either. You know, we might take them outside and use them, but even then, the usages are the exact same. So that would go to the Backlash. But because we spend more time fidgeting with these knives, because you're getting a better blade steel, and everything else is a tie, I mean, I know I shouldn't base it off of the factors that are already there, but you also have to go into the quality of items that you have and the quality of material built into the knife itself with the titanium pocket clip. I hope it's titanium, and this video is not making me out to be a complete ass. It looks like titanium. Titanium pocket clip and the VG10 blade and the fidget factor that this goes to. Guys, I got to give this a civivi. And I keep calling this civivi because if you haven't caught on by now, I don't feel like trying to appease everybody with the way I pronounce it. Another one of my knives has effectively lost. These guys are booing. This is why they're shutting their blades. They don't like the winner of this. The winner of this round for Quest for King Civivi is a civivi Aquila. Sucks. But that's what you get when you actually try to look at it objectively and what you're getting. Does that mean that I would pay an extra 20 bucks for the Aquila over the Backlash? No, because I prefer the Backlash, but that's because I like it. But I'm not trying to go off of what I like more so than what I see and what I feel in these knives. And the Aquila is almost a better version of the Backlash that looks kind of, you know, a little bit more dumb. But the looks on it don't win it. It's the quality of material that's in there. So today, your winner is the civivi Aquila. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. Stay sharp, stay safe, stay corona-free, wear your mask, be respectful. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe or whatever you want to do. Pass it on to whoever you got for a little bit of entertainment in the background for your everyday tasks. Stay safe, guys. Bye.